Alright, so I'm working on putting the mini split in today, getting it all hooked up. The inside unit's here above the bed. The 110 comes from the panel and runs to here, and I ran out of wire. I didn't run enough wire for it, so I made a union. And then the wire goes into the conduit and runs underneath the bus to the outside unit. This is all hooked up. These lines are so hard to bend, and I'm so paranoid that I'm gonna kink them. So I'm just kind of working on getting it through the down into the floor here. And then this is the this wire connects the inside unit from the outside unit. I gotta send that out too. Bear with me. I'm gonna attempt to record while I'm doing this. Like, I have no idea how people set up their cameras and record while they're doing stuff, because I'm moving around so much. I'm going from here to here to here to here. Like, I feel like I would have to pick up the camera like a million times to show you what I'm doing, and I would never get anything done. So I'm gonna just set it up on a tripod, and I'll record what I'm doing and see how it goes. All right, that wire came from the inside, goes out into this conduit, and goes over and connects to the unit. And here are the line sets for the unit coming out. Going over here. Hooks up right here on the unit. Now I gotta hook these up and then kind of get everything bent to where I want it to be, out of the way. And then I have to vacuum this down with a manifold set and a vacuum pump in order to get all the moisture and stuff out of the lines before I release the Freon into it. I recorded this video, and then after, when I was watching it, I realized it kind of ran on really long and it was kind of boring. You can't really see much of what I'm doing, and basically I'm just talking about, you know, how I think it's important to try to do stuff for yourself instead of paying other people to do it for you. Even if you don't know how to do something, every bit of information known to man is on the internet, so you can research or call people who know more than you, and honestly just trial and error by trying things yourself. That's how I've learned how to do everything, and I think that's a really important quality to hone. Alright, so I got everything hooked up. The lines are hooked up. It's all wired up. I've got this this manifold gauge hooked up to the service line, and this vacuum pump hooked up. And basically, I'm just taking all the moisture and air out of the lines, and I'll be able to test it for leaks in a couple minutes. And then I'll introduce the gas into the system, and we should be good to go. I'll see what happens. Hopefully this thing heats it up pretty good. I think it will. It's meant for a house, so, or it's meant for maybe not a house, but maybe like a large room, and it's meant to heat and cool a lot larger area than what we're using it for, so I think it should do pretty well. I got quoted like $300 for someone to come out and vacuum pump these lines out, and I was like, let's see how much it is for a vacuum pump and manifold gauge set. And it's like $115 on Amazon. And yeah, it may not be the best quality ever, but I feel like it's gonna get the job done for this one job, and it'll save us $200. And I can use this thing again if I ever need to. Having somebody that's licensed and insured do it, sometimes can pan out better, but I'm willing to take the risk. I'm pretty crafty, pretty handy, and I feel like what I can provide is good enough for me. So see what happens. I'm excited. All right, so it works, man. It's on. I still have to secure all the lines, wrap everything up really good. But it's pumping hot air right now, and it's really warm in here, so that's awesome. So tomorrow I'm working on the propane tanks. I have this metal bracket here that'll hold two like grill size propane tanks, and I'm cutting one of the underbody storage boxes apart, removing the bottom, and then I'm bolting that propane tank holder to that storage box so you can open the door and get to the tanks. So that's what I'm working on tomorrow, and if I get that done, then I'll hook up the tanks to the stove and try the stove out, and I'll go from there. Really getting close to being finished. Like after those two things are done, it's literally all finished work, so should be a lot going on here. Should be pretty exciting stuff.